Well, hello, everybody. This is Wade and Steve and one of our members, Nesha. He's been with us since August 1st of this year. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I got that wrong. January of this year. And today's the date for the interview. Okay. I'm a little tired right at the moment. So we're really excited to bring this interview to you. We love to interview some of our successful traders that get this approach that we have and come into our live trading room and really participate. So we're excited to bring you this interview to give you a little bit of insight with Nesha and what his experience is going to be, what his experience has been up to date. And so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'll get started with the first question. Well, first of all, hi guys.
Hello,
hey there.
Hello.
Stephen Nesha.
How's it going?
Good.
Pretty fine.
Okay, so
pretty fine. Thanks to you guys, really.
well, we appreciate that. Thank you.
I've been doing pretty fine.
Good.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Nesha, the first question that we have for you is, what have you done for a living, and how long have you been a trader, and what motivated you, to get into trading? Just give people a little bit of background.
Yes, first of all, my name is Nesha, and I've been working, let's say, in a marketing company for years as a project manager and support. So the thing is, I just wanted something challenging and promising, which would possibly give me more freedom and, let's say, call it a fair money flow. And you usually know, when you're having only one day job and only one job, sometimes it's not enough. Either you don't get paid how you want to, or maybe you want financial freedom. Actually, I think that if you can earn more money and if you can earn a bigger freedom, that will ensure you your financial happiness. And the biggest freedom, in my opinion, is financial freedom. So using your system, I need to say, I have learned to love trading. And because of that, I also want to thank you and Steve for Magnet 3, especially version 2, which is far the best of anything I have tried so far.
Okay. Awesome. So that actually brings me to a different question. How long have you been trading, and have you tried other systems prior to the Mac D3?
Yeah, I can say I did. Yeah, basically, I was having I just cannot give you the names because it wouldn't be correct of me. But
Sure.
some of those pretty much how can I say popular names across the internet. I have traded some of their systems, and I can say those are snake oil. I won't name it, of course, because it wouldn't be appropriate. But most of them are snake oil. And you just cannot make the money with it. It's because usually you can trade only a few pairs, and you probably know if you trade only two or three pairs, you just cannot make money consistently. I've been working with Mag3 for 7 months constantly, so only Mag3. Actually, I have heard of you before that, but I was trading mixed Mag3 and a couple of other things. Then I decided to trade only Magnet 3 versions, of course, and it looked just pretty promising to me. And I need to be honest with you. I don't know if you know it already, but I have mentioned it a couple of times live trading rooms. I have made more than 20% gain in last 6 months, combining mine and Steve entries from live webinar. And it puts me to a very low drawdown of around 6%. So actually, having a 6% of a drawdown and more than 20% of a gain makes Magnet 3 absolutely the best, but I'm saying the best system ever. And if you want me to compare, Magnet 3 system to other systems, it's hard because, again, I need to say I have tried more than 20 of those systems because I can afford it. But the thing is, Magnet 3 cannot be 70 to 80% hit ratio, and it's not a system in its core sense because you need then apply common sense, because Magnet3 is the best in finding historicals, buyers, and sellers. And in forex market, history always repeats itself. And that is that those live webinars also help a lot. So by undergoing a complete Magnet3 course and visiting those live webinars, if traders use the correct money management and common sense, I think that more than 2 or 3% per month with an almost no risk to be gained. So as I said again, 20.56% in the last 6 months. And that is absolutely brilliant.
Now, and let me ask you a little follow-up to that. This is Steve here, by the way. You said you got 20+%. Now, how much were you risking? What percent were you risking per trade?
My style of trading is always to keep the money safe. So basically, I'm referring also to traders who don't know what risk they should use. They usually use 3%, 2, 3, 5% in a single trade. But my risk is, I need to say, I always use stop loss of 30 pips. And my risk per trade is anywhere from 0.2 to 0.5. So 0.5 is the maximum I could afford to risk. So actually, I made 20.56% by risking only, let's say, averagely 0.4% per trade.
The
thing is,
I was going to say, that's fantastic. Go ahead. Don't let me cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, because the thing is, my average trade is usually good for 20, 25 pips, and I usually I'm moving my stops. So actually, I'm putting a stop loss either to break even or some plus when the trade is in profit. And there are also trades which give me 40 or 50 pips, as I traded Euro or Audi. I think it was 2 days ago, and actually I closed for 40 pips. And actually, I use that only when I see that MACD momentum is strong. And the good thing is that price really almost never hits stop loss. So 30 pips stop loss is just great, and it works.
That's fantastic. That's awesome. So I just want to reiterate that. You get almost a 21%, so 20.5% return in the last 6 months, risking
20.56.
Yeah, risking 0.3 or 0.4% on average. So that is really, really great. So let me ask you this and jump on to the next part of the interview here. What sessions do you trade?
Well, usually, because I live in Europe, I trade a London session, a New York session, and the thing is, I just cannot trade a Asia session by myself because I need time to sleep. So what I do then is I make pending orders from the daily plan, which you have been sending to me always, almost. I think it's done on daily basis. And usually my trades are activated during Asia session. I usually make some pending orders with very small risk to develop while I sleep, and usually those trades are plain profit. But I'm actively trading London and New York session, and I use the daily trading plan for making pending during the Asia session, late Asia session.
Okay, so you're actively trading London, U.S., and then you used so you use the daily trading plan. So that's one of the questions that we had as well that you talk about. So you effectively use a daily trading plan as it comes in. You use that, and you use that to place pending orders then, so you can get some Asian trades as well.
Exactly, because I just need to check whether those propositions from the daily plan are accurate, and if you see that actually they are in confluence with a Magnet3, that is when I make pending orders. So those are perfect guidelines for making pending orders just by taking those daily trading plans. And if you know the rules of Magnet3 trading, then you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. So you mentioned earlier also that the live trading webinar is helpful to you. Would you mind expounding on a little bit, and give us a little more insight into how exactly the live trading webinar that we hold each morning during the New York session is helpful for you?
First of all, I need to say that the daily plan finesses and some, I can say, secrets of Magni3 by watching how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, those live webinars, you just feel more secure when you, I don't know, open for a trade. And also, it's sometimes very hard for you to scan. For me, I don't know, let's say for me, it's very hard to scan because I don't have so much time to scan 25, 26 pairs. And actually, I might miss some of those great setups. And usually, when I miss some of those great setups, that is when you come in and you give us those great setups. And actually, I need to say, live webinars are necessary. And I think that every single trader who has ever come into a position to enjoy Magni-Trade should always visit live trading webinars. And I think I will be there with you as long as I'm physically and mentally able to trade. The price of attending live trading webinars is simply fair, and I personally am really willing to pay for it because you can make it up for that and much more by just visiting live webinars, even without trading by yourself. But actually, I prefer trading also by myself, and I combine those two things. And actually, that is the biggest synergy in Magni3. So actually, live trading webinars are great for entering sample trades you might miss, great for advanced learning, and actually to give you another boost to your account.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, that's really good. Very good, insightful information. A lot of people end up asking us, what should they expect in a live trading webinar, and we tell them basically they're our done for you service, where you get an opportunity to not only learn how to trade our system, but you also have us showing you the charts, explaining the breakdown, telling you exactly when to put a pending order in for what price, or to take a market order, and where the targets are trading to, how to manage the trade, the whole 9 yards. So it's good to be able to hear from someone else and let you share that with anybody that might be listening to this interview. Well, my next question for you, and this is Wade. Let's see. Have you learned the system well enough to be able to find the MACD3 trade entries on your own? In addition to the latest.
Wait, I can say I did, and I usually find the MACD trades on my own. But again, as I said, it's sometimes you just can skip because the biggest advantage from of MACD3 versus other systems which are actively being sold all over the internet is that MACD3 can trade 24, 25, 26 different pairs. And so far I have encountered only systems which usually trade, major pairs. Euro, dollar, cable, and so, 3 or 4 pairs. And actually, if you trade MACD3, you're not bothered whether you trade euro, dollar, or, pound body. So the thing is, I have learned the system well enough to be able to find MACD3 entries on my own, and that is what I've been actively doing last couple of months, even I can say last 5 or 6 months. But the thing is, I cannot say that because I can find my MACD3 entries on my own, I should never visit live webinars. That would be stupid. Because, as I said, live trading rooms are absolute necessity. Not just because you are actually learning a lot by visiting. You will just compare your knowledge to that of Steve's, which he is actively presenting, and then you can find the logic between that. And actually, you're just more secure to enter the trade. And there is always 3 or 4 or 5 possible trades, and that is actually great. So either way, I can trade MACD3 and I can find entries on my own. But still, again, live webinars for that kind of price, they're absolutely brilliant. And I would never opt for a possibility to, leave that trading group.
So, you touched on a point about the live trading webinar being a necessity. I'm curious to hear from you. Now, do you feel that someone that comes into the webinar that trades Asia in London, do you feel like that person would be able to learn the system and trade using our daily trading plan, and then if they learn the system on their own, also scan through? Because we realize, too, that we're predicting, basically, or we're giving steps in the daily trading plan that if this happens, then go ahead and do this. And that produces pretty well on its own. And then the person that really understands the system on top of that, they can scan the rest of the pairs, too, and see if something else is setting up. How effective would you say, just reiterating that or recapping on that, how, is this a good system or not? Is the daily trading plan a good thing that if you can't make it to the live trading webinars, that's the only sessions you can trade would be Asian or London? Would it still be worthwhile or not, in your opinion?
Of course it would be worthwhile. It's normal. As I said, a MACD tree has a win-to-loss ratio something about 75 to 80. And that is actually pretty. I think so far what I've encountered, and I have really encountered a lot of systems, it's the best. It's absolutely brilliant. I am not sure if you can find anything better on the internet. And actually, for the guys who are opting to trade, not just during London but on Asia session, yeah, they can find entries by themselves. But the thing is, they need to actively learn about MACD3, because MACD3, yeah, it's simple enough to be learned, easily. But the thing is, it's not mechanical system. So actually, you don't have a stochastic which tell you to buy or sell. That's stupid, because no one can make money just by trading stochastics or RSI or CCI crosses or moving average crosses. So traders need to invest the time. Need to take this seriously, because this is a professional trading tool. This is not simple trading tool. So this is professional trading tool. And yeah, they can find their entries on their own. Absolutely true. But the thing is, as I have witnessed it, many of traders who are actually going in live webinars, they're pretty sure in themselves. I actually. I never talk to them, but I actually can see what those comments are and how many pips they made. They're all actually bragging almost all the time, but that is a good thing, because they also are able, those guys from live trading room, they're also able to make the trade entries on their own. So actually, yeah, the answer to that question is simply yes.
Right. So in other words, if you know the system and you're following the daily trading plan, it's almost like having us right there with a person, because it does give guidance as to what to look for. Would you say?
Yeah, of course it is, because the thing is, you compare. You can compare. I can compare my possible entry to your possible entry, and if I see, that is basically what you teach, guys. The thing is, what you do on live webinars is what you teach on MACD3 course. So actually, just by looking what you do on live webinars will be more than enough to actually pinpoint the entry by yourself.
Awesome. Well, that's what I was hoping to hear from you. Okay, so Nesha, where do you see yourself, say, I don't know, a year from now? As far as your MACD3 trading is concerned.
Well, I will still be trading possibly, but the only thing is I will change something, and the thing is I will invest a lot more money because obviously I am a profitable trader, and I will probably invest a lot more money than I have invested so far, and I will be there on live rooms, no matter what. So my opinion is, and I think that is the opinion which should be supported by 90% probably of guys who are actively trading MACD3, it should not be changed by any means, because MACD3 works. So guys, you should not ever change the rules, do not bend the rules, and do not improve it. You should not, you don't, there is actually no room for improvement of it because it's already perfect. And that is what I see, where I see myself in next year. A lot more money with trading Magnet 3, which is in this current state. And it works. We don't need to change anything because it works.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Steve and I have gone through thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of painstakingly over the years, not only developing the system, but fine-tuning it. And we always tell people, because some folks think that they need to change this, that, and the other thing. And literally, if you just follow the directions the way we teach it, it works. In closing, I just had two quick questions for you. You might have already touched on a little bit here. But I want to say, one thing that we find, because, our sole motivation for doing this is that, we love this industry. We know how hard it was for us in the beginning. And we always said that if we ever developed a good system, that we would end up dedicating our trading time, because, you can only be in trades for so long, and then, there's nothing really else to do. And so we really love helping people, and we love the fact that we get opportunities like this with you, Nesha, to get feedback, as to how it's helped someone become a successful trader. But we get skeptics all the time. And I don't blame them, because there's a lot of stuff out there that doesn't work, and they don't know when people are telling the truth and when they're not. What would you say to those skeptics, number one, to help them not become a skeptic anymore? And then number two, to someone that has just first joined, since you've been with us now since January, about 7 months, what would you say to encourage a brand new member to stick it out?
Well, the first thing, I absolutely agree with you. And there are a lot of skeptics, because people usually are getting prod by, false advertisements, false marketeers, and you know that there are a lot of marketeers on the forex market. And most of them are selling snake oil, and most of them are heavily marketed, but they just do not have the proper tools to trade. And the thing is, guys, if you want to listen to my words, you should not be skeptical. Come, try, see what the MACD can offer. The price of the system is really fair, because it's actually pretty fair to. I don't know where you live, but the thing is, everyone can afford it. You need to be patient and wait for the proper setup. When you sign up for Magnet 3, you will absolutely learn all the rules for trading. You don't need any other rules. And you should seriously think about paying for live rooms, because they really offer a lot. And as I said, you will be just much more secure. You can trade later on your own, comparing your entries and Steve's entries. And the level of ultimate knowledge which you will gain is absolutely enough to make you a serious and pro trader. And compared to other things, and I have also been fraud. I was fraud by some guys. I won't tell who they are. Of course, it wouldn't be appropriate. But everything which I was paying for before Magnet 3 was, I can say, snake oil. Yeah, that is the proper term. That was non-stupidities, actually crosses of some moving averages, finding those, indicators to get a line. That is stupid. Magnet 3 is the professional tool. And I would give 10 out of 10 stars and fully recommend it to anyone who is willing to invest in themselves.
Okay, perfect. And what would be your advice, because you've been through the trenches now for 7 months, to a brand new person? Sometimes people come in, they get a little frustrated in the beginning. Some of them actually don't get frustrated at all. We get all kinds of different people. So to those people that need to be, inspired or encouraged, why should they stick it through, other than the fact that we know that you've figured out how to trade the system? But what would be some good words of encouragement for them? What would you recommend for them or advise them to do?
I actually traded before you for, 2 or 3 years. And chase the market, then it's actually like you're chasing the shadow. So the thing is, you should never chase your shadow because you will never get to it. It will always escape. If you want to do that, then go ahead and pay for something which doesn't work. The thing is, MACD3 works. You just need to be patient because the market, you cannot chase the market. You need to wait that market comes to you. You need to wait for the market proper setup. And actually, MACD3 is a trend trading system. And if you wait for that kind of retracement, which MACD is about, you will actually enter the trade much more safely than you actually trade it at the top or at the bottom. Because trading is selling the tops and buying the bottoms. And MACD3 is about that. So the thing is, what I can advise other traders, don't be impatient. You need to wait for the proper setup to develop, and you can choose in between 25 different pairs. You will always have the setup. So give it a try, and if you believe in yourself, if you believe in the thing which you do, such as I believe, of course, completely in this, what I'm talking about, I'm absolutely satisfied with everything which MACD3 can offer. I advise you to stay and learn and be patient. You won't find anything better at the internet. This is the ultimate Forex tool.
Gosh, that's awesome, Nesha. You know something? I just thought of just when it triggered into my head. You know, I have one last question for you. This is a little bit different than what we've been asking, but you know, I recently saw some video, somebody promoting another service, and I found it really interesting that they said that they tried to talk about indicators and things like that as being a fool's game, that's the reason why they're losing, because 95% of all traders lose because we're all using indicators, and indicators are lagging, and when somebody puts credentials behind that type of talk, it's easy to think that they're telling the truth, that is the case. Now, our system has indicators. What do you have to say to that type of statement? That indicators don't work and you'll just lose all your money.
Well, guys, I need to say I cannot say, can I say bullshit? Okay, I will, because the thing is, the way MACD3 uses those indicators is the way how those indicators should be used. The thing is, if you want to trade EMA cross, that doesn't work. If you want to go with stochastic trading, of course it won't work. But if you use the indicators the way how MACD3 uses it, as support and resistance points, and actually finding buyers close to 6 and 12 EMA, close to Bollinger Bands, that works. Because it works as it was proven in the history. You guys didn't invent a warm water. It was already invented. But the way how you set up your indicators to be used, that's the proper thing. Actually, I have read a book from John Bollinger, Riding the Bands. So actually it was called Bollinger and Bollinger Bands. He actually suggested that the Bollinger Bands are not to be traded the way how 95% of traders do it. Actually, Bollinger are to be traded the way such as MACD is traded. So, indicators, which are used as support and resistance indicators, are top-notch. 6, 12 EMA, historical buyers and sellers, and Bollinger Bands. Those are the indicators which MACD be used. It doesn't use stupid stochastic crosses, the things which actually do not work. But using, as I said, those indicators, which have been proven in history that work as support and resistance indicators, is a way to go. And MACD3 use that. So only a couple of indicators which use as dynamic support and resistance.
Fantastic. Well, we really appreciate your insight in that question. You know, something that we've been talking about and we've seen, and we agree with you. So, again, thanks so much. And, Nesha, we really appreciate this chance we've had to speak with you, to gain your insights, to be able to have you share your experience and your message with others who who want to join the system, or maybe, like you said, they're not being quite patient enough, to really help reinforce and strengthen and encourage them that they can do it. And we're just so pleased with this. These moments are just great for Wade and for me, because we realize that
it inspires us to keep us doing what we're doing.
Exactly.
Sorry, Steve, go ahead.
You know, that's okay. And it allows us, we feel like we're able to affect change in others, and that's what really makes us happy as we go forward doing this. So we really appreciate your time. We know it's getting late, your time there, so we really appreciate it. Just so the listeners know, where do you live? Just really quickly.
I actually live in a city of Serbia. It's the northern part of Serbia. It's actually called Novi Sad, and I've been living here for some 15 years exactly.
Awesome. So, and that's the other thing that's great too about the Forex market and being able to communicate with you is you're on the other side of the world. Were it not for this, we would never be able to know each other and have this experience. And I've really enjoyed this experience, getting to know you better. Fantastic. Thank you so much for your insights. Really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun for me.
Thank you, guys, and really believe me, I just do not have anything to hide. Everything is transparent. My family actually knows what I'm doing. My sister, also my brother, and actually they are really happy when they see me trading, because this is actually my passion, and this is actually what I've been extensively doing. Maybe someday I will become full-time trader, but the thing is, all things which I tried before it changed my life. It's sad enough, really. And thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. Many of those traders do not have live webinars. You just cannot meet them. You don't know who they are. Are they real? I am a real person. I live here. People know me. So actually, I'm a real person, and I trade for real account, not demo account. And thank you for your support, and keep up doing the best job. I cannot say great, the best job.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Thank you, guys, and
All right.
see you on my webinar very soon, on Monday.
All right, sounds great.
Okay, see you then. Take care, Nesha.
See you then.
Bye, Nesha.
As you say, Chris, bye for now. As you say, bye for now.
You got it.
Bye for now. So many people quote you on that. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always say
That's
that
so
on my
funny.
webinars. Bye for now. I will say that. Bye for now.
All right, sounds great. All right, take care. We'll see you.
Yeah. All right, have a good weekend.
Thank you, so do you.